Hey everybody, Ralph Covert here. Welcome to my songwriting class. I want to talk today about verses. In our most recent class, we talked about song structure and donut songs. And one of the things about verses that we talked about in our structure class was how verses have the same melody and rhythm, but different words each time. One of the tricks for songwriting is learning how to write the additional verses. When you're writing a song, that first verse tends to come pretty easily to you because the first verse comes pretty easy because you think of the words and music and rhythm all at the same time. So let's do the kind of the A section of our donut song we did last time. This is the chorus of my donut song. This is the chorus of my donut song. Everybody sings along. So I came up with the melody and the chords and the words all at the same time. So they're all together. It's very natural, very easy. Now, if I was to say use that as a verse for a song, in order to come up with new words, I need to find words that fit that pre-existing melody and rhythm. So often that's why when you first start writing a verse, the words sound forced and awkward because your brain has not yet learned that pattern. Now what happens with verses is, and it's pretty remarkable, but your brain learns that template. It learns that pattern of what the syllables are, what the melody is, how it all fits together. And so after trying to write a number of verses, your brain starts to figure it out and then be able to actually plop things out in that sound good. I find 3 steps to this process. The first step is frustration. When you first start trying to write new words to an existing melody and rhythm for a verse, it's frustrating because your brain doesn't know that pattern yet. Frustrating is the first. The second is fitting. You get to the place where you can fit stuff in. It's not perfect, but you're at least being able to fit it. You get the pattern. And then the third stage is what I call fluent. And when you get to the fluent stage, your brain is able to really move nimbly with coming up with words and that fit into that melody. And then you end up with verses that sound as natural and nice as that first verse you came up with when you were making it up and everything was fitting in around each other. A lot of people they're so stuck in that frustrated zone, right? That they become so relieved when stuff finally fits that they don't continue to push on to that third step to where they get fluent. So they'll end up with a verse that it fits, but it's not great. So one of the real keys with writing verses is understanding that there's those 3 steps and that if you just keep pushing forwards, it will get there. So let's look at our little, this is the chorus of my donut song. So it's da 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 da. So you can see how there's a very specific melody, very specific rhythm. So, if I was gonna, this is the chorus of my da 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 da. I am an elephant. So one of the things that I do sometimes when I'm working on verses is you can use gibberish. You can use nonsense words to start getting your brain comfortable with the process of finding words. So, there is an elephant and there is an elephant who's upside down. So I started to talk about the elephant walking and then it didn't fit. So I thought, so there is an elephant has the same, this is the chorus. Da 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 da. This is the chorus of my donut song. There is an elephant who's upside down. Doesn't mean anything, but it's starting to get my brain into that pattern and finding those patterns. Now, I'm going to give you an assignment that has nothing to do with my donut song or the lyric, but it's actually going to be a great exercise for you to begin understanding this process. We're going to write a limerick. Now, what's a limerick? A limerick is a poem with 5 lines. The first, second, and fifth lines rhyme, and they have the rhythm ta-ta-da, 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 or ta-ta-da, ta-ta-da, ta-ta is the first, second, and fifth line, and the third and fourth lines are ta-ta-da, ta-ta, so they're shorter. So it might be, there once was a man from Nantucket who thought that he was Kirby Puckett. He turned on the news and drank orange juice out of a silver-lined bucket. So Nantucket, Kirby Puckett, and bucket all rhyme. First, second, and fifth line. And the shorter lines, the third and fourth lines rhyme. He turned on the news and drank orange juice. Not a very good rhyme, but, they're 5-syllable. Ta-ta-da-ta-ta. Ta-ta-da-ta-ta. And then back to the full length for that fifth line. And drank from a copper-lined bucket. So I'd like you to write some limericks. And you can go to my webpage. It's going to have the structure and explanation for that, of course, as well. Why? Well, because just as when you come to a first verse of a song and you need to turn it into a second verse, your brain is developing that skill of finding words that meet the rhythm and meet the right number of syllables and also rhyme. So these are the same skills that you're going to use when you're writing your verse. And it's good practice. So it starts building those skills. But even more importantly, it's not attached to a song which you're really excited about and passionate about. So your frustration is going to be directed towards the stupid limerick and not toward the song that you're hopefully excited about writing. Then the next assignment I want you to do after that is take your donut song, and just like I have my donut song about the donut song, take that second A section and start trying to find words that fit that melody and rhythmic pattern of your first A section. So your A section, your second A section in your donut song from your last assignment is now going to be an opportunity for you to practice, try to come up with words, and they don't have to make sense, okay? We're not looking at, we're not going to need to develop all the steps of everything all at once. It doesn't have to be brilliant. We're just working on learning how to get those words to fit and building those skills. So 2 assignments. One is to start writing some limericks. Secondly, taking that second A section from your donut song, just like I did with mine, and find some words that fit the pattern of that melody and rhythm as an exercise. Every time you write a verse in a song, you're going to go through this process. And over time, you'll get more and more comfortable with it. Over time, you'll understand that when you get to the second verse, it's always going to be frustrating. And then it'll fit, and then it'll get to be fluid. And that's always going to be the case. And it doesn't mean that you're a bad songwriter. It just means that's the process of your brain learning that pattern. It's just the learning curve of your brain. Every time you get to a verse, your brain is going to need to figure out what that rhythm is, figure out that line length, figure out how that melody is going to work with words, so you can come up with some. So this will be something that'll be more and more familiar. When you first start out, it's very frustrating and it feels like it's impossible. It's not impossible. Just like writing a limerick is not impossible. It's just learning that pattern. So good luck, happy writing, and thanks for watching. I've got lots more to teach you. I hope you stick around. Thank you.
Maybe we don't belong together. I won't tell if you won't worry. There's time enough for time to tell what's going on. I'm in no hurry.